Hey guys, how's it going? I'm back with another new episode of Ruby programming. Okay, it's been a long time since I uploaded my last video. Been busy, so anyways, I'm back with a new episode. In this episode, I want to talk about arrays. Okay, so arrays it's a kind of a big concept. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break it down into smaller episodes so that it'll be easier for you guys to understand what array is. Okay, and I also want to dive deep into this array because see, array is one of the most often used data structure in Ruby. In any programming, in a programming world, right? So I want to dive deep. I want you guys to understand deeply about what arrays and where exactly you use arrays. Okay, so let's get started. I don't know why I go to that directory every time. Okay, so let's create a new file before anything. Let's call it array1rb. Okay, so array is a container. Okay, just like a variable, but variable is what is a variable contains arrays also. Okay, so don't get mixed up with that, right? So variable is a container that stores a value, right? Sometimes variable stores an array. Okay, so array is a collection of those values. Okay, array is a collection of values or anything. Okay, by collection I mean there will be multiple items. Okay, there can also be array with just one value also. Okay, so that's what array is. Okay, it's a very simple thing. It contains multiple values. That's all that you need to know. Okay, if you're familiar with array, if you've used array in C or Java, then you must keep in mind that array and this array is somewhat different. Okay, so in C or in Java, if you know, then the definition of array in C or Java will be there's a collection of values of same data type. That means, let's give you an example. That means this is an array in C. Okay, this also is an array, also can be an array in C, but this cannot be an array in C because this has a collection of same data type, that is integer. This has a collection of same data type, that is float. But here we are mixing up the data types, right? So this is not allowed in C as far as I know. It's been a long time I haven't used C. Maybe they've upgraded it, who knows. So but this is allowed in C, in Ruby, sorry, in Ruby. So that's what that's what's the magic of Ruby, right? It lets you code in a way that you love it, that you like it. Okay, so yeah, but it's always preferred not to use an array which has multiple data types because it kind of creates some kind of complication later on. Okay, but there might be some cases where you can use it, right? And it's always better to have an option, right, if anything else. Okay, so let's get started with array, right? So let's see how to initialize an array. So there are two ways to initialize an array. Okay, for that you need a variable first of all, and so this is one way to initialize an array, and this is another way to initialize an array. Okay, both of these gives us an empty array. Okay, so we have to again assign a variable to an array, right? So both these two are same. Both these two are same arrays because both are empty, right? And now let's see how to, now that we have initialized an array, let's see how to put values into arrays, right? So the way you can push the values into arrays by this operator. Okay, or you can also do dot push. See what we've done. So there are two ways to add values to the array. Okay, also let's say you want to initialize and also assign add values to arrays. So what you can do is array equals to just simply add values here, right? See, I'm adding 4 items of different data types each. Let's see what we get. Right, so this is the way to initialize and also to add values to array. Okay, now if you want to try this, right, and this for simplicity we're gonna call it. If you'll try this, then you'll get an error. Okay, because this is not the way to initialize to add values in array, so keep in mind that as well. Okay, now that we've seen how to push values and how to initialize an array, let's see how to loop through an array. Okay, let's see, we are adding values and we want to print all those values. Okay, the proper way. We can also do puts array, most simpler way to print values, right? But let's say you want to do some operations and then push values, right? Then output the value. Then the way to do that is by using each method. Okay, so each method is like the loop that we talked about in the previous episode. So here we have the each method. Does not go here first. Let's see each method, and then we can output whatever we want. So what this is doing is that it's iterating through all the items, right? So beginning, it's here, it comes here, it puts hello world, it comes here, it puts hello world again, so on and so forth, right? Now to get the values of the item in the array, we need this, we need to assign a variable to that, right? And within this pipe symbol. Now what we can do is we can output this. And this is how you iterate through an array. Also there's another way you can do it. There are multiple ways, but I want to go through the for loop because we haven't used a for loop before this, right? So in for loop we have the for keyword, and then we have an element, which is basically this, right? For element in array, right? For each element in array actually. Okay, for each element in array, let's do puts element, then element, right, and end it. See, we're getting this. Also you can name it whatever you want. So let's say I want to name it item. Works. Yep, works. Okay, so yeah, so let's try and use this array in an actual example, right? Okay, let's make a program. Okay, let's make a program to calculate the average, the total total and average of marks of a student. Kind of a typical college school level C programming example. Okay, let's see how we're gonna do that, right? So before doing that, I want to make it look nice. Marks of a student. Okay. Let's say you want to take the number of subjects also from the user. Okay, now number of subject also. Okay, so the way to write a variable, okay, in array is what we use underscore in between, right? So like different programming languages have different you know coding formats. Okay, like if you're initializing a variable in Java, then you do it, or in C sharp, then you use this, right? I forgot what it's called, camel case or something. Okay, so the first word will be all lower letters, and then second word will be, the first letter of the second word will be capitalized. So this is called camel case, I guess, but here we're using underscore. Okay, this is the coding format of Ruby. Okay, so let's say number of subject will take 2i, then puts let's say number of times to I. The mark of subject I. Then let's initialize an array here. Let's call it marks. Okay, and here what we're gonna do is marks get us to I. Okay, now to take the sum, we need another variable. We need to initialize it to 0, and now we can do num. Let's do for mark in marks do sum plus equals mark. Okay, and now we're going to do the total mark of the student is sum, and for the average we need another variable, and what we're going to do is sum by n dot 2f. I'm sure you guys remember what 2f is for there. Okay, let's see if this works. Let's say 5 subjects. In subject 0 you got 90, subject 1 you got 99. Wow. In subject 2 you got 95, in subject 3 you got 94, subject 4 you got 50. Didn't suppose so well. And I got an error because there is no such thing as n. Again I have to do this. Okay, we got 1, 90, 99, 44, 55. So the average mark is 57.8 and the total mark of the student is 289. So this is how you're going to use an array in an actual program. Okay, I want you guys to try this program and make modifications to it, because let's say right now it's just taking integer values. What if you want to take float values, right? Okay, so please try out this program and play with it as much as you want, and create your own programs using array. Okay, so this is it for this episode. In the next episode we'll discuss about let's see, different array methods which are there. Okay, and let's see what else comes up. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe and share, and see you guys in the next one.